Do we ever really think about going to sleep at night? Do we ever really think about waking up the next day? Or do we automatically assume that's what we'll do? Things that we have to realize in everyday life is that you just may not wake up the next day. But you have to ask yourself, did you cover your bases? Or are you at peace with yourself? And you have to make peace with yourself every day of your life before you go to bed. What's the purpose of it all? The purpose of it all is if there is life after death. As you enter into those pearly gates of heaven, did you confess your sins? Did you do the things you want to do? Did you go the places you wanted to go? Or did you sit behind a desk all your life and having to work in your golden years because the government screwed you for your retirement? Does it make sense for a person who is disabled to go on disability? But unfortunately, they'll get their benefits, but no medical for 2 years. What's the purpose of them going on disability? What the hell is going on with this country? I don't have the answers to that. So as the world revolves and we're just pawns in a giant game of chess, we elect the people to dictate our lives for us. But the choices of voting are often split to the point where the asshole always becomes the winner. We have to choose between Mitt Romney and Barack Obama. Before we cast out Obama, we really have to do some soul searching. Did he do us any good, or did he do us more harm? How much of the Bush era did he really take on? How much of the Bush era did he really clean up? And with Mitt Romney, you see day in and day out his advertisements that he's taking companies and squashing them, selling them out, making hundreds of millions of dollars. And believe me, there's nothing wrong with making a profit in America. It's being fortunate enough to do so, but not at somebody else's expense. Mitt Romney throws these companies into bankruptcy for his own personal gain, nobody else. You know, I think the one that got me the most is the gentleman that did the commercial that came out, said they were asked to build a 30-foot stage. Once the stage was built, they were all called, told they were fired. Is that how we're going to treat Americans? You know, I watch so much suffering in our own world, in our own country, in our own states where we live, individually. I had the pleasure of going to Washington, D.C. not long ago, and as we looked around the streets, there was a panhandler just about on every block. At night time, there was so many people sleeping on benches. I realize this is our nation's capital, but should people be hurting to this extent? Why are people in our own country sleeping on park benches, sleeping under bridges, sleeping at railroad trestles, sleeping on boxcars? I can't understand. And I mean, my heart is open for all the children and all the suffering in Asia and Africa and all our foreign countries. Well, come on, people. Take care of our own first. Then we look at the wars that we have going on. Why are we involved? I just don't understand why we're involved. Bring our men home. Bring our men and women home. Let them protect our shores. Let them protect our homeland. We don't need to be anybody's business. What they do is what they do, as long as they're not a threat to us. And don't you think that threat would go away if we'd mind our own business? Help what we can and where we can, but help our own first. Think about it. Your destiny is the same as mine. That's about all I have. Points to ponder, reasons to care.